seedlings. So Miss Jackson here. Right over here it says a big word, P-L-A-N-T-S, spells plants, okay? So read it with me while I use my marker as a pointer. Plants need soil. Plants need water. Plants need sun. And plants need air. So, we talked about those, all the needs, earlier this week. Yesterday we talked about plants and have roots. Plants have leaves. Sorry, you can't see me. Plants have flowers, and plants have stems, and plants have seeds. Today I want to talk about plants can. What are things that plants can do? So I do have my cards over here, and plants can, look at this word. These are things that you can do too. Plants can grow. So I'm going to stick that right over there. What is another thing that plants can do? So thinking about our seed to plant, when we were looking at some of those pictures, we saw plants can, what is it when it kind of becomes a shoot? Plants can, would you say that that's sprouting maybe? Plants can sprout? I think that's totally something they can do. Nice work. What else is something that is beautiful that plants can do? Plants can have beautiful blossoms. Some of them have blossoms, some of them just have leaves, but it still makes them super special. And then going back to the shooting out, what happens when that happens? When a plant starts to sprout, it is germinating. Okay, kind of like the Terminator, but it's the germinator. So I'm going to add that over to here. Now help me read these words again, guys. Plants can grow. Plants can sprout. Plants can blossom. And plants can germinate. Now, moms and dads and grown-ups out there, we don't normally go this fast into a lot of these big vocabulary words. So since we are learning at home with some of these things, I am really making little spurts. So some of our jobs may come across as very repetitive, but it's just because we don't get to spend as much time talking about throughout the day some of these vocabulary words that I do want all of our little friends to come very naturally to. So again, plants can, just like we can, grow. Monroe, help out. Plants can, when they grow, they are turning into a sprout. Plants can have beautiful blossoms, and plants can germinate. All right, I love it very, very much. I am going to be adding a job to this video clip, and it's going to have two pieces to it. So it's going to be a job that looks like this, which has been looking very familiar, and it's plants can, there's a plants have, and there's a plants need. On your attachment is also going to be some of our vocab words. You need to plug each of these words into the right spot. So there's germinate, then there's sprout, then there's grow, then there is blossom, then there's seed, then there is roots, stem, leaves, sunlight, water, soil, and air. What I may do is just take a picture of what we have going on here. That way you're able to see it. But we've been doing a lot of the same type of activities with these sheets. One thing that I forgot to mention, and I feel terrible because it might be too late, but if it's not too late, save these jobs. I know that you've probably noticed that they're kind of oddly shaped. once we have done all of them, 1 through 5, it turns into a really cool flip book that your friends will be able to read to you. A lot like the books that we do in our classroom, it takes us days and days to do them. That's exactly what we're doing right now. So if you haven't, if you've recycled these, I get it. No big deal. I can either send you another link or no big deal. But if you are hanging on to these, like I said, hang on to all of them because by next week we should have covered all of our pages and you can staple them and they will become your very own book about plants that you can read to any of your family members. You could read it to your teddy bear. You could read it to one of your Barbies. You could read it to your dog or your cat. All those things, because those are amazing things. We got to keep reading. If nothing else, read. But anywho, this is one of our optional add-on jobs for today. So it comes in 2s. It does come in pairs, but you know, bear with me on the extra paper. They obviously are, when I have these, it's to make them in mass and bulk. But anywho, I'm sorry I'm so talkative today. I'm like blah, 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 blah. But anywho, can't wait to see clips of these jobs. Like I said, if you recycled them, I know I should have mentioned this like 4 days ago. But anywho, if you hung on to them, awesome. You guys will have a really cool book when you're all when it's all said and done. But anyway, this is to make sure that we are really picking up on all of these vocab so that we can pull it together for another job. Everything is a tier system. All right, my little darlings, I will see you soon.